It's really simple from my perspective, which is a very outsider's perspective, that um, the recording is done because domestic doesn't like white people, domestic doesn't like gay people, and domestic doesn't like men in general.
No, because people don't do what she's telling them to.
And because the rest of humanity decides that those people still exist and aren't evil and whatever. Anytime we talk about it, anytime we talk to men, anytime we talk about gay men especially, that's where the focus is, so that people are aware of how awful it is that we're doing this, and it's taking away from her agenda, which is about her and her black family and her black community, which fine, like, you do you, fantastic. But like, if you have a problem with what's going on, you come into spaces instead of being a fucking coward and recording and being like, ooh, I don't like it and I'm gonna out you. Out you to who? 3 people who watch it? Like, I don't understand. You're coming across as like holier than thou and like, oh, I'm watching this and I'm doing this and whatever. You are just as bad, if not worse, than the people you're trying to quote unquote warn the rest of us about. So I'm not exactly sure what you're doing, except, the snake eating its own tail. And you're not fooling anybody.
Yep.
Thanks, June. First of all, I'd just like to say that I don't have anything against white people.
You said as much in a space, so unless you lied then, I'm not sure.
That is not true. You are an absolute racist.
As I started to explain to Belfast previously, whoever took that clip of me did not catch the whole thing, and
I was in this space when you said it. So I heard the whole thing. I know the whole context. You did.
As I explained, it was triggered by Amanda. It was the same.
I don't care why it was triggered. Maybe Amanda was triggered, and so she was saying the
No,
N-word.
that's not true. That is not true. I have heard you several times. I have heard you several times, and don't even try. Whenever you were Beachcomber, I remember who you are. I've heard you for years saying that you are a homophobe, that you are...
It's the same as being a racist, Belfast.
Because I don't care about all your little white babies and white boys. I couldn't give 2 shits. I want them all gone. All your white babies.
Because I had been triggered by all of these women.
Because nothing. Because it doesn't matter.
You're triggered by us. Oh my God. You are absolutely off your fucking head.
You know that,
Lady, let me say, I have heard you in spaces saying that you're actually a homophobe. You said it out loud.
I'm proud.
I never said
that. I'm proud. I'm proud of it. You also said you were racist against white people.
I've never said that.
Yes, you have. Yes, you fucking have. I've listened to you in spaces.
It's okay. I'll just post the recording. I'll post the recording. It's fine.
What? Post a recording of me saying I am racist? There isn't one.
Yes.
One. Post whatever you want.
I could post a couple.
No, you can't.
Actually.
You could find things of me saying, "Oh, do you know all these transers?"
I'm rubber and you're glue.
It's white kids doing all the transing. You could find me saying that because it's the truth. So there's nothing wrong with me saying that.
Domestic likes anal sex.
For goodness sake, Mike, shut up.
You love it in your butt. You like when I come in your butthole, don't you? My little shit babies up in your colon.
Look, here's the thing. I'm all for people having opinions that are radical. You're allowed to. Everybody should, and everyone should be able to express them. But what you're doing is cowardly, and you're dressing it up as being a hero, and I just hate it. And I think it's ridiculous.
It's not cowardly.
I think everybody feels that way too.
Yeah, you're talking rubbish. You think you're doing a good thing by recording people and like, making dickheads out of them.
You're turning people away.
You're not.
Whether it's good or not, I enjoy it. It's my hobby. All right, it's my online hobby.
You enjoy it.
You're hurting
because your grandkids hate you.
Daddy June.
Chandler, catch your grip.
The thing is, you're hurting the cause that you say that you support so much. You're pushing people away. People didn't want to talk in spaces. People didn't feel comfortable
Go back
coming
and listen
there.
to the spaces where I explained it. I do not believe that the people in Twitter spaces, that their agenda is what they say it is. All right?
Who the fuck cares? Some of us are there to actually talk to people.
Talk away.
I peaked on
Very
Twitter.
entertaining. And
I peaked on
You
Twitter,
weren't.
and you made
You
it like
weren't
an
recording.
experience that wasn't fun
because
anymore.
you were talking
Like,
stop, shut up.
but I'm telling you the truth
Domestic.
sincerely. I don't
Come on,
like.
domestic. You weren't sharing the spaces and you weren't sharing pieces of the spaces that actually made sense. You were sharing the bits where we got to the point where we were drunk at night, or it was a Friday night and we were all having chit chat spaces. You weren't sharing
Look,
important stuff.
Because we
So how
dared to have
dare
fun,
you?
or
How
we
dare
dared
you?
to do whatever we
No,
off
wanted.
there. It's my
come on. Come on. You weren't sharing any of the important stuff. You were always sharing the funny shit and ha 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 ha. And I
because it has
get
to be
you. I
entertaining.
get why you
And also,
wanted that.
I think there's a
But
side of them.
you were not.
Trying to
Hang
highlight.
on.
I'm not
Hang
trying to
on. Let
highlight
me
what you
finish.
want me to highlight. I'm
I will land
highlighting
the
what I
plane
think is
here.
significant, not what you want me to is
Well, let
significant.
me. I know. Yes. But what you thought was significant was the frivolousness. What I think is significant
Significant
is
someone
women
when you've got
talking
someone
about
going, oh,
shit
why
that
don't
could
you
have been
become a
important.
lesbian? Oh, and then you've got other women like, oh yeah, I wish I was a lesbian. Oh,
Oh, I
yeah,
love
not
that
you.
one.
That was
I love
EJ.
that
It was.
one. And the music you put
It
behind
wasn't
it,
me.
it was like
I
dee dee
didn't do
dee
you.
dee
I
dee
didn't
dee
do
dee
you doing that. That was the
dee
other
dee dee
listener.
dee
That wasn't me.
dee 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 dee
That's,
dee.
I didn't do that
Come
recording.
on. You think that was
That
important
wasn't
for
me.
the
I didn't take that recording. That was the other listener. I'm talking
ah
interviewing setter going on and on about this sapphic fucking wisdom and blimming, oh yeah, oh come on over, the water's lovely and all this fucking crap, trying to get everyone to go over to be a bloody lesbian. And you got an chance the other night being all like, oh, did you ever meet your teacher outside of school? I fancied my teachers when I was 9. There is a lot of subversive.
Oh, women are
There's a lot of
perverts. Women
subversive
are sexual
in
predators.
spaces, and that is what I'm highlighting. I'm sorry.
I have a legitimate
You want me to
question that I
highlight
would
the
really love an answer
repetitive
to.
propaganda? That's not. I ain't going to do that, am I?
Can I ask why you didn't just publish this and out all of us horrible people under your own name? Why did it have to be a
Because
secret? Why did it have to be
pt is
sneaky?
too good a handle to waste on this nonsense.
It wasn't about abusive control, power. It wasn't about any of that. It was just about a good Twitter handle.
But I've got a lot of Twitter handles. Lady Laments is fine for recording people. Domestic tea, I mean, come on, that's a banger. And it's also, you know,
oh yeah, you had a whole space about it. Ooh,
You
she had a
literally
whole
said it
space
wasn't
about it.
you.
I
It was
don't want
purposefully
a
not
handle
you.
associated with all this blooming LGBTQ.
You are
At least
the
I have the
biggest
balls to be
coward.
who I
It's
am.
unbelievable.
Everyone knows
It's
who I am, Mike.
unbelievable.
You know what,
The
Mike?
level of
People know who
cowardice.
I am. They know where I live. They know which city I live in. Brig could just walk out of her house and come and find me right now.
What does that have to do with absolutely
You're a
anything?
coward. You don't. Oh, you just hide behind Lady Lament.
Oh, you
That's
little
not true,
white
is it?
woman. You little
Because what are
fragile
you
white
Hide
doing?
woman.
behind Lady Lament.
Shite.
You know
What you're
who I
doing.
am.
Here's the thing, Dom.
You're the
Here's the
dirtiest
thing.
white bitch.
Oh my goodness gracious me. One at a time. Holy crap, holy.
Dirtiest.
Hi, everybody.
Hold on.
Hello, Ari. Ari's new to the space. Just give Lady Lament. Lady Lament, go ahead, finish your point. And then if anybody would like to ask Lady Lament a question, they
Sorry,
may.
I didn't realise I was still logged on. I haven't got a point really. I literally came in here just to listen, and then I thought, well, it's going to rile them up, and this is excellent content for the channel.
June, go right ahead. You had your hand up.
So the reason is always that, oh, this is my objective and this is my agenda and what I want, and I want to expose people who blah 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 blah. It's not what you want to see. Well, that's fine. Everyone on here has their own thing of what they want to see, but we don't all do this weird, like, abusive, controlling thing where we, like, make people afraid to speak in spaces because they don't want to be recorded, and maybe they'll be doxxed, and they're in situations that are, and maybe it's not illegal, and maybe it's not immoral for your ethical code that you might or might not have. But the way that you think you're so fucking entitled to control how other people interact, especially like women coming together who are feeling very vulnerable. And we're supposed to be, trying at least to foster an environment where we can all come together and do the best we can to get what we need to get done. And you're doing exactly the opposite. You literally silenced so many women because they were afraid of speaking in spaces for whatever their reasons were. And all you said in return is, well, they're speaking in spaces, it's public anyway. Like, it's a very abusive, gaslighty thing to do. And the fact that you're not even willing to own that and be like, yeah, I'm a troll, so what, is
Hold on.
dumbfounding.
What do you mean I'm not willing to own?
At least I own
What do you mean I'm not willing to own it? I'm here speaking to you. I'm not denying that I do the recordings. I haven't denied that I enjoy doing it.
You
I
did for
haven't.
months. Can we not rewrite
Of
history,
course, it
please?
made
Let's
it
just move
funnier.
past
I
it.
always.
You were at it for
It
months.
made it
How many
funnier
people? How
for
many people
you.
knew it was me?
It
Did
made
I
it
really
funnier for
fully enjoy
you
it?
because you're the abuser. You
I'm
enjoy
not an
it.
abuser. Come on, you're taking it over the top now, girls.
And you got the idea from a gay
No,
man.
yeah, you are.
No, I'm not an abuser, Belfast. This is ridiculous. None of us have an intimate
Yes,
relationship
you
of
are.
any kind.
No.
Wearing
Yes,
gay
you are.
men's skin.
You don't think that there's
You
such
are
a thing
funny.
as like mental or psychological abuse to inflict upon women that you know are vulnerable, and you've listened to their stories in spaces and you've decided that, you're
Hang
just
on.
going to do
How
whatever
do I
you want,
know?
that, and
How do I
it's
know?
impacting them because
How
you
do I know
listened
that any of these
to us in
stories are true?
spaces. You listened to us in spaces talk about things that were very vulnerable. And maybe it's not well advised to do that on the internet anywhere. But guess what? Everyone
I
does it
don't
on the
believe half of
internet
your stories,
everywhere.
you people, any of you, all the women that are in spaces. Some of them are believable, some of them are absolute bollocks.
It's not for you to fucking decide. You think you're God or something? It's
No,
bizarre. The level
I
of
don't give a
I'm an
narcissism.
shit about
interview.
me because I'm quite
Wow.
easy to find, right? But I do give a shit about women who have, who are anonymous. I give a shit about women who you have platformed, that are not, capable of like me turning around and going, get the fuck, I don't actually give a shit. I really am surprised that you're still doing it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's
Come on.
boring.
It's
I,
I think
boring.
it's
I
It's
funny.
Yeah,
have,
it is
psychopathic a
boring.
little.
I've
How
documented.
many followers have you got
It's
there, sweetheart? Is it
hold
23
on, it's
yet?
not boring because on my profile, on the Twitter profile, the videos get
Thank you
hundreds
for
of views.
25 subscribers.
The videos get hundreds of views. That's what matters. People are too afraid to follow me because
There's
100.
no
That's a low
idea what
number.
they're
the people
watching,
will
though.
attack them. People will.
Is that important to you? The
No,
followers?
I've
you
got,
must just.
I've got. Twitter is a mystery. Here she is, domestic tea. She hears you call her name, and she pressed record.